So in previous class we already discussed about real number, the part 1 concept, that is your divisibility and arithmetic progression, and today we will discuss about the another topic which is known as what, Euclid's division lemma. Now after discussing this Euclid's division lemma, then we go to Euclid's algorithm, and this Euclid's division lemma and Euclid's algorithm are very, very important. Now see, Euclid is a Greek scientist which provides a lemma on division. So what do you mean by lemma? Now remember, lemma is nothing but a proven statement. You can say this is a proven statement which is used to prove other statements. तो लेमा क्या है? एक प्रूवन स्टेटमेंट है जो यूज होता है क्यों? प्रूव करने के लिए अदर स्टेटमेंट को प्रूव करने के लिए यूज होता है. ओके, तो यूक्लिड्स जो कि एक ग्रीक साइंटिस्ट है, वो एक लेमा प्रोवाइड किया जो किसके ऊपर है? डिवीजन के ऊपर है. नाउ बिफोर गोइंग टू दिस लेमा, लेट अस फर्स्ट डिस्कस सिंपल डिवीजन प्रोसेस. That is, if you divide 2 with 13, then you can say 2 6 are 12, so remainder is equal to 1. So that means we can say that this if you we can say this is what? This is quotient and this is remainder. All of you know this, very simple and very fundamental. And this one is your dividend, and this one is your divisor. Everybody know this. So, and we also know that if you multiply this quotient with divisor and add remainder, we get dividend. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now we all know this, but what is this lemma and what is the new Euclid's डिवीजन के ऊपर क्या ऐसा नया चीज बोले जो कि हमने नहीं पढ़े थे? हमने पढ़े थे उसको, जो कि है डिविडेंड इज इक्वल डिविजन इनटू कोसाइड प्लस रिमाइंडर. उसी को यूक्लिड्स ने एक सिंपल वे में डिस्क्राइब किया और फॉर्मल वे में डिस्क्राइब किया. That is, we can say let a and b be any two positive integer then there exist unique integers Q and R. That means he taken two unique integer Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, 0 less than equal to R, R less than B. That means Euclid told us that if you take any two positive integer a and b, then if there exists some unique integer q and r, thus we can write down this a, b, q and r in a equation. What is that equation? A is equal to bq plus r, where r is lies between 0 to b. Now see, this is the statement whatever you study in our simple division, it is look like a same. Now if you take dividend as a and quotient as q plus remainder as r, then obviously divisor is equal to how much? B. So the same dividend or same division, simple division process is described in a formal way, that is A is equal to BQ plus R. So this is the Euclid's division lemma. Now he tells that R is always less than 0 and greater than B. That means R is lies between 0 to B. R may be equal to 0 but always less than B. Now now let us prove this statement or prove this lemma. Now how to prove this lemma? We can prove this in two parts. So let us divide this into two parts, part 1, part 2. Now in part 1 we want to prove what? We want to prove A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is less than B and greater than 0. In part 2 we have to prove uniqueness of Q and R. So what do you mean by this uniqueness? Uniqueness means, that means it is consist of a single value. There is no other value present there. उसका कोई दूसरा वैल्यू नहीं होगा, उसी को यूनिक बोलते हैं. सपोज क्यू इज इक्वल टू 1, उसी का 1 ही एक ही वैल्यू है, दो 2 नहीं हो सकता, तो वो हो गया यूनिक. Similarly, if when you divide 2 with 13, now come to this simple division process. Now we get a quotient 6 and remainder 1. Now from this we clear that if 2 divides 13, then quotient should be 6 and remainder should be 1. There is no other option or other value of this quotient and remainder. So this Q and R is unique. Obviously it is unique in a simple division. Quotient and remainder are unique, but we have to prove this in a mathematical way, which is will come in your exam. Isn't it? Very, very important. Now let us first prove the part 1. Now first we want to prove what? A is equal to BQ plus R. In order to prove this, let consider an AP series. So we can write down here proof. Let consider an AP series. मैंने बोला था AP series क्या है? अगर आपको पता नहीं है, you watch those first fundamental videos so that you will be able to understand this. So consider an AP series. Let us take A, simple AP series, A plus B, A plus 2B, like this. Similarly in left hand side also A minus B, A minus 2B, A minus 3B, like this continue. Now see what you do here, we simply add B here. On right hand side we add B, one extra B, and in left hand side we subtract 1B. Similarly from here we subtract 1B, here 2B, 3B, like this. So that means if you move towards right we get maximum values, if you move towards left we get minimum values. Now see, if I directly say that here R is equal to A is equal to BQ plus R, then it may be confusing, but by taking one or two examples we can easily understood that A is equal to BQ plus R. Now let us take some examples. Now in order to prove this, we know that we have to consider a R. Let R is the smallest non-negative value of AP series. तो R को हमने क्या कंसीडर कर लिया? इट इज द स्मॉलेस्ट नॉन नेगेटिव वैल्यू ऑफ दैट अबव AP सीरीज, जो AP सीरीज हमने लिया था. तो उसका r है स्मॉलेस्ट नॉन नेगेटिव वैल्यू। तो जो भी स्मॉलेस्ट नॉन नेगेटिव वैल्यू होगा वो इज इक्वल टू क्या होगा, r होगा। तो लेट अस सी by taking some example. Now let a is equal to 6, b is equal to 4. Example 1. Now when you put a is equal to 6, b is equal to 4 in above AP series, we get what? Put the value here. First is equal to a, then this is what, 6. Second is equal to how much? A plus b. This is equal to 6 plus 4. Then a plus 2b. 6 plus 8. So 2b means 4 into 2, 8. So like this continue. Similarly left hand side, a minus b. A minus b is equal to how much? 6 minus 4. Similarly a minus 2b, that is equal to 6 minus 8. So like this continue. Now this will be 6, this is 10, then this is how much? 14. Now this is 2, this is minus 2. Now you see, if you go from here, now which one is the, now from this negative values are started, minus 2, then all the negative value are started from here. Now here all the positive value but maximum. We are considering what? R is the smallest non-negative value. So what is the smallest non-negative value? तो यहाँ से आपका नेगेटिव स्टार्ट हो रहा है, तो उसका पिछला वैल्यू क्या है? 2. तो दैट मीन्स हियर R is equal to how much? 2. Now let us compare. When R is equal to 2, then this will be how much? A minus B. Then what should be the value of Q? Now if you compare this with, so you can write down 2 is equal to how much? 6 minus 4. Here 2 is equal to 6 minus 4. That means we can write down R is equal to how much? A minus B. If you write down this as R is equal to A minus B into Q. So that means what is the value of Q here? So A minus B means Q is equal to how much? If you take Q is equal to 1, then this condition is satisfied, yes or no? So when you take Q is equal to 1, that means R is equal to 2. So we are considering A is equal to 6, B is equal to 4. Now let us divide. Now let us divide whether it is coming or not. So if you divide 4, 6, so 4 1s are 4. So remainder is equal to how much? 2. So we get Q is equal to 1. And R is equal to how much? 2. Now you see it is coming or not? Q is equal to 1, R is equal to 2. Now remember another one. Here, what is the value of B? B is equal to how much? 4. And what is the value of R? R is equal to, so R is always less than B. R is less than B. We get a condition here. Now next, take another example. Example 2. Let us take A is equal to 8, B is equal to, let us take 6. Okay. Now when A is equal to 8, so we write down here 8 plus 6. Now we are not bothered about in the right hand side, we are bothered about what? Smallest value, so we go for the left hand side. 8 minus 6, A minus B, then 8 minus 12. Now you see this is a negative number. So up to this we are considering why? Because we are considering the value of R. R is the smallest value. So this is 8. This is how much? 14. Now this is how much? 2. Now this will be how much? Minus 4. Now what is the value of smallest value? Smallest non-negative value is equal to 2. So we can say R is equal to 2. Similarly consider R is equal to how much? 8 minus 6 is equal to A minus BQ. Again what is the value of Q here? Again the value of Q is equal to 1. So R is equal to, now if you divide 8 and 6 with 6 1s are 6, we get 2. So same here. So that means R can be represented or R can be written as this. Again here B, what is the value of B? 6. What is the value of R? So R is less than B. Understood? Simple. Now see, so we are considering what? R is the, remember this, R is the smallest non-negative integer. Now from the above two example, we clear that R is always less than B, R is always greater than 0. Why? Why R is greater than 0? Because we are considering R is a smallest non-negative integer. So ये negative नहीं हो सकता, so that means R is greater than 0. So another one is R may be equal to 0. Obviously रिमाइंडर आप अगर एक डिवीजन कर रहे हो तो रिमाइंडर 0 आ सकता है, 0 आ सकता है, मगर नेगेटिव नहीं आएगा कभी भी. तो ये तीनों कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई किया. और हमने देखा क्या, R को हम किस तरह लिख सकते हैं, a minus bq, and what is the condition we found, that 0, R is always greater than equal to 0 and less than b. Now from this we concluded that if R is equal to a minus bq, then if you take bq to the right hand side, we get a is equal to r plus or bq plus r, which is our statement. So this is 0 less than r less than b. So this is prove our first part by considering two examples. You know? So in by taking example, we can easily understood this. So without that example, it may be difficult, or it may be difficult to understood. Now let us come to the part 2. Now what we are doing in part 2? We have to prove the uniqueness of Q and R. Now in order to prove the uniqueness of Q and R, now let us consider the same equation. A is equal to bq plus r, 0 less than r less than b. Now let us take another equation, a is equal to b. Now same dividend, here dividend is equal to how much, a, divisor is equal to b, and q is equal to how much, quotient. Now let us change this quotient to q1. Now let's change this remainder to r1. Now in order to prove this, we have to prove that this q1 and q are same and r and r1 are same. That means if you change the value of, or if you change the value of q by taking the same value of dividend and divisor, it cannot be possible. q1 and r must be same for same dividend and divisor. एक डिविडेंड एक डिविजर के लिए क्वेश्चन और रिमाइंडर कांस्टेंट होगा, वो चेंज नहीं होगा. तो इसलिए हमने इधर क्या किया, हमने उसको चेंज कर लिया. चेंज करके उसके बाद क्या करेंगे, इन दोनों को सेम कर लेंगे. दैट इज q इज इक्वल टू q1 हो जाएगा, r इज इक्वल टू r1 हो जाएगा. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, यूनिकनेस हो जाएगा. दैट मीन्स एक डिविडेंड डिविजर के लिए क्वेश्चन रिमाइंडर एक ही होता है. तो नाउ लेट अस give this equation 1. Now give this equation 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, your RHS are same, sorry, LHS are same. Here the LHS is a, here the LHS is also a. So if LHS is same, then RHS must be same. So you can write down BQ plus R is equal to BQ1 plus R1. Very good. Now separate this means take BQ to one side and R and R1 to other side. Let us take BQ minus BQ1, which is equal to R1 minus R. Very simple. Now if you take common here B is equal to how much, Q minus Q1 is equal to R1 minus R. Now what is the value of here B, or what is the value of Q minus Q1? Q minus Q1 is equal to, can add an R1 minus R by B. So we are getting a equation like this. Now students, now from this equation we know that Now if you take the value of, let us take this is equation 3. Now this r1 minus r by b, that means इसको हम क्या बोल सकते हैं, b डिवाइड्स r1 माइनस r, और r1 माइनस r इज डिविजिबल बाई b. ये हमने ऑलरेडी डिविजिबिलिटी में पढ़ा था. अगर आपको पता नहीं है, यू गो टू द lecture 1 and see what is divisibility. You can understand this. So you can write down here b divides r1 minus r. तो उसी डिविजिबिलिटी में हमने दो इक्वेशन पढ़े थे और दो स्टेटमेंट पढ़े थे कि b एक होगा b डिवाइड 0 और एक होगा 0 डिवाइड्स b. अब बताओ इन दोनों में से ट्रू कौन सा है. b डिवाइड 0, b डिवाइड 0 मीन्स हम लिखेंगे 0 बाई बी. मैंने बोला था उल्टा लिखना. 0 डिवाइड्स b मीन्स हम लिखेंगे b डिवाइडेड बाई 0. नाउ व्हेन 0 बाई b, we know that this is true and this is false because this is undefined. We know this b by 0 is undefined. So similarly b divides r1 minus r1 कब true होगा, when true, when this will be true, when r1 minus r is equal to how much, 0. तो कहाँ से लाए आप, ये कंडीशन से ले आए हमने. किसमें से, डिविजिबिलिटी में. तो r1 माइनस r 0 होने से ये स्टेटमेंट क्या हो जाएगा, ट्रू हो जाएगा. तो जब ये स्टेटमेंट ट्रू हो जाएगा when r1 minus r is equal to 0, now if you taken or if you take the r to the other side, we get how much, r1 is equal to r. Now see, we are changes r to r1, but we again see that both r1 and r are same. So that means the remainder is unique. So it is having a constant value. Similarly, we prove for q1. Now to prove q1, we go to multiply minus 1. Let us take this is equation 4 on both sides of इक्वेशन 4. अगर -1 दोनों साइड में मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, -1 इंटू r1 -1 इंटू r. तो दिस इम्प्लाई ये हो जाएगा -r1 इज इक्वल टू -r. अब क्या करेंगे, उसमें से a को ऐड कर देंगे दोनों साइड में. लेट अस ऐड a ऑन बोथ साइड. आर ए ऑन बोथ साइड. सो अगर ए को ऐड करेंगे तो यहाँ पर ए ऐड कर देंगे ए माइनस r1 ए माइनस r. ओके. नाउ ए ऐड करने के बाद अब देखते हैं ये वैल्यू क्या है. हमने पहले एक स्टेटमेंट लिखा था a इज इक्वल टू बी क्यू प्लस आर, ए इज इक्वल टू बी क्यू वन प्लस आर वन. इक्वेशन 1 और 2 में लिखे थे a इज इक्वल टू बी क्यू प्लस आर, और एक लिखे थे a इज इक्वल टू बी क्यू वन प्लस आर वन. ये इक्वेशन 1 और 2 में दोनों में लिखे थे. तो इस इक्वेशन को अगर हम थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करेंगे, तो इसको अगर मॉडिफाई करेंगे तो ये a माइनस आर कितना हो जाएगा, बी क्यू. सिमिलरली इस इक्वेशन को थोड़ा अगर मॉडिफाई करेंगे तो a माइनस आर वन क्या हो जाएगा, बी क्यू वन. वेरी सिंपल. तो इसी दोनों वैल्यू को हम इधर डाल देंगे. दैट इज सिंपलाइज a माइनस आर वन इज इक्वल टू बी क्यू वन इज इक्वल टू a माइनस आर इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, बी क्यू. नाउ यू नो दैट दिस बी कैंसल, सो क्यू वन इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, क्यू. सो दैट मीन्स अगेन हमने प्रूव कर दिया क्या, जो हमने क्वेश्चन को चेंज करके लिए थे बट वो क्वेश्चन क्या है, सेम है जो प्रीवियसली था. सो क्यू वन इज इक्वल टू क्यू हो गया, आर वन इज इक्वल टू आर हो गया. दैट मीन्स ये एक ही नंबर है, कोई दूसरा नंबर नहीं हो सकता. दैट मीन्स क्यू एंड आर आर यूनिक. So from the above concluded that a is equal to bq plus r, where r is the smallest non-negative integer, and 0 is less than r less than b is unique, hence true. सो ये आपका हो गया क्या, यूक्लिड्स डिवीजन लेमा. आप क्या करो, इसको ठीक से पढ़ो. अगर समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, एक दो बार वीडियो फिर से देख लो. हाँ, मेन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, आप वो कॉन्सेप्ट देखना, जो कि एपी सीरीज क्या है, डिविजिबिलिटी क्या है, फिर आके इस यूक्लिड्स डिवीजन लेमा का प्रूफ को देखना. ये एग्जाम में आ रहा है, वेरी सिंपल. आप ये एग्जाम्पल लेके करोगे, इजीली समझ में आ जाएगा. Thank you. In the next class, we see some problems and go to the Euclid's algorithm. Thank you.